Okay guys, this is Chris from ChrisFishingTV coming at you with another fishing video. Today I'm going to teach you how to do one of the most simple and effective rigs in bass fishing, which is the Texas rig. What you're going to need for this is just your normal fishing multi-tool. As I've said in previous videos, this is the Gerber suspension titanium multi-tool that I use. It's worked very well for me. I got it at Bass Pro Shops for about $40. You can't go wrong with this guy, so it's pretty cool. You are also going to need a Senko, like you see here, an offset hook, which is what this part right here is, this little lip right here. That's what's going to help you keep the worm on your hook. You will also need a fluorescent bead. You can get these at any tackle store. Fluorescent bead. And a sinker, bullet sinker. Depending on what size you want, it doesn't really matter. I don't know exactly what size this is, but you don't need that much to get it out there. And then of course you're going to need your rod. Okay, step one in the Texas rig. You will need the fluorescent bead and your sinker. First, put the weight onto the line with the pointed end going towards your rod. Okay, now you can add as many weights as you want, but like I said, I only need one for where I fish. Next, take the fluorescent bead and just slide it on. So it looks something like this. This side right here in my hand that you can see, this is where the hook is going to go, and my other hand, this is where this is going towards the rod. So from your rod you have your weight, then your fluorescent bead. The next step in the Texas rig is to attach the hook. And there's no better knot to use than the Palomar knot. For those of you who don't know, the Palomar knot is one of the most effective and one of the strongest knots that fishermen use. Later I'll make a video showing you how to do the Palomar knot with, and I'll use ropes and rings so it's a little easier to see, but hopefully you can learn here. First you want to insert the line through the eye and pull out maybe 8 inches of slack. Now get your line and go back through the same side that you put the line into. As you can see here, you create a loop in your line. Now what you want to do is straighten out your line here, pull your loop, and actually tie just a single overhand knot using the line on both sides of the hook. Now this part may sound confusing to you, but it is very, very simple. Simply tie an overhand knot like so. Now don't tighten it all the way. You want to leave that loop there for a few seconds. Now what you have is a loop in the middle that has two strands of line, and then one single loop at the end. With the single loop at the end, you are going to put the hook all the way through. Now tighten your knot. It's always good to add a little lubrication or spit to the knot, which helps it clinch down tighter. Then simply pull the knot tight. Get your multi-tool and cut the tag, leaving a little slack. You've just learned how to tie the Palomar knot. Now is kind of the tricky part, and actually what makes the Texas rig so useful. You have your Senko. You want to take your offset hook, go to the tail of the Senko, which is the broad tip. As you can see, there's a broader tip and then a pointier one. You want to go into the broad one. You simply take the tip of the hook, go straight down the body of the Senko until you reach this point. At this point, the tip of the Senko is right about at the end of the straight shank where the barb is, and it's at the beginning of the bend. Next, you want to turn the hook so it actually pierces out the side of the Senko, and slide it all the way up the hook until you reach this offset part here. You're just going to push and twist a little until the tip of the worm covers the knot. Now what you have is going to look something like this. You've got your hook here coming out of the Senko, which is surrounding the knot and the offset. Now this is the tricky part. You want to actually rotate the worm around on the hook so it hangs like this. Now what you want to do is visually mark about where the bottom part of the hook is on the worm, which for me is approximately right here. Now what you need to do is take the tip and actually go in right about where that marking you just visually made was, which should allow the Senko to sit not approximately, but for the most part straight on the hook. Now this works to catch fish. I've caught fish like this before, but if you're fishing in heavy cover, you're going to have problems because your hook will catch a lot of weeds. So what you want to do is pull up on the worm towards the line and push back down. This will allow the hook to pierce into the worm and actually protect it, making it a whole weedless setup. Guys, I hope you learned something from this video. Once again, this is Chris from ChrisFishingTV. I'd like to remind you to subscribe and share all of my videos, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.